This is the new Inside the Middle East. You give us the word on the street, and we go out to get the scoop. Open your IME diary. Send iReports. Help us shape the show on the air and on the web. Plus, famous names give a unique take on their cities in My Middle East. New, fresh. Inside the Middle East starts now.
This is the newer, fresher Inside the Middle East, where we give you all the buzz you need to know. Right now, it is all about Ramadan. Ramadan Kareem. I'm in Egypt, on the banks of the River Nile. It cuts right the way through Cairo. Many consider this city the Ramadan capital of the Arab world. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm in the Al Hussein neighborhood. It's named after this landmark mosque. People have been fasting since sunrise. No food, no drinks. That's even harder because it's been so hot this year. It's now sunset and families are breaking their fast. There's some good hot food here in trays and barrels like this. Hundreds of people come to an area like this for free food. This buffet-like setup is known as Mawa'id-e-Rahman. Ramadan is a time for prayer and reflection and also giving charity to the poor. Just like any other holiday, Ramadan is all about families spending time together. After they break their fast, many of them will sit in front of the TV set and just relax and unwind, catching their favorite Ramadan TV show made specifically for this time of year. Shams Al-Wazir went on set.
In the courtyard of this old Damascus house, the rifles are ready, the freedom fighters preparing for battle. It's season 4 of the struggle to liberate Syria from French occupation and the battle to win the Ramadan ratings war. Across the Arab world, Muslims break their dawn-to-dusk fast, then tune in to watch one or more of the 30-episode TV series made especially for Ramadan. Syria's Bab el-Hara, meaning the neighborhood gate, topped the ratings last Ramadan.
I usually watch most of them, but this year I'm just watching one, only Bab el-Hara.
I watch mostly the NBC. It's Bab el-Hara. We've been watching it for 4 years.
We're on the set of Bab el-Hara as they wrap up their shoots for their final episodes for this season's Ramadan show. The production team is telling us that they already have plans to start production again next month for the 5th season. That is an unprecedented run for any Ramadan TV series so far.
The show's director, Bassam al-Malla, feels the pressure.
طبعاً في شعور بالسعادة كبير عندي.
I'm happy about its success, he says, but I feel responsible. There's always a fear of how viewers will react. Cast and crew agree the show hits a nostalgic nerve. Syrian heartthrob Milad Youssef tells us, viewers were thirsting for a drama that represented close family ties in a historic setting. It's part of our collective memory as Arabs. But Syrian productions have only become a real ratings contender during this decade, challenging the Egyptian entertainment industry's dominance at the box office and on TV screens. This year, one of Egypt's productions tells the story of Layla Murad, a Jewish-Egyptian actress and singer from the 40s. It's called Qalbi Dalili, or My Heart Guides Me. Actor Izzat Abu Auf plays the role of Murad's father and says it has personal significance for him.
I met the lady when I was young, and she was a friend of my family, of my father, particularly because he was in the business as well. So I'm really touched that I'm going to do her father. It's personal, it's very personal.
The show's award-winning producer, Ismaail Kutkut, says Syria can't really compete with Egypt. It's still too early to tell whether they'll last in the industry, he says, and the proof of that is that Syrians come here to Egypt to work and become famous, but you never hear of an Egyptian going to Syria to make their name. But Abu Auf believes new blood is a good thing.
This is very healthy, and I kept on saying that since the past 5 or 6 years when the Syrians started to really compete with us. Without competition, we'll be flaccid, we'll relax.
Every year, there are new contenders on the scene. Gulf satellite networks are producing their own hits. High-quality productions cost money, but the size of the audience make them profitable. Kutkut says high advertising costs means TV channels can afford to spend more on productions. On Saudi-owned, Dubai-based NBC television, the cost of a 30-second ad spot almost triples during the Ramadan season. The recession means budgets and profits will be down this year for producers, but the audience won't, as millions from Casablanca to Muscat continue to reach for the remote every night during Ramadan.
For the time being, it's still too early to tell who exactly has won the Ramadan TV battles because, as you know, Zain, we're still in the middle of the month of Ramadan and the ratings just haven't come out yet. And we're in the middle of a really happening spot right here. What's the significance of this place? This is a Cairo institution. It's Al-Fishawi Cafe. It's in the main souk of Khan and Khalili. And, you know, it's been around since 1771, if you can believe it. And the owner was saying he's the 7th generation of his family to run this cafe in this exact spot. And really famous people used to sit right here. It really became well known years ago for being a haunt for poets and intellectuals and writers, like Naguib Mahfouz, who was an Egyptian writer who won the Nobel Prize. Now it's more of a tourist attraction more than anything else. Well, they, the tourists, and the Egyptians themselves tonight are drinking particular traditional drinks like these. Well, these are traditional Ramadan drinks. I mean, this right here is called tamir hindi in Arabic. It translates to tamarind, and it's a quite well-known tamarind. What you're drinking there is a very traditional Egyptian drink. It's called karkadeh, and it's made from the leaves of the hibiscus flower. All right, I've guzzled half of it, but I'll keep going. Careful, because don't spill, it'll stain. Right. Very refreshing. Next, a new segment, Your IME Diary.